It's 7 a.m. and I'm making chocolate chip cookies because I can, okay? And there's a recipe on the back of this Ghirardelli bag that I want to try. It's a chocolate chip cookie recipe, and we're gonna see if it's actually good. I don't have high hopes for it, but I might be pleasantly surprised. So we're starting off with 2 sticks of softened butter. This is a little bit melted, but it's fine. There we go. It calls for regular sugar, but I don't have that. I use coconut sugar, so we're doing 3/4 cup of that. And then 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And look, I have my brown sugar bear in here. Now, there are times when I would use my ginormous whisk and I would just whisk this by hand, but not today, okay? It's 7 a.m. I'm using a mixer. All right, this is what it looks like, nice and light and fluffy. And I was just thinking about how I don't normally use regular white sugar. I use coconut sugar, but then when I use brown sugar, this is regular sugar, just with molasses in it. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Also, should I just start making my own brown sugar? I don't even know. Now we're adding in 2 eggs, 1-handed egg crack for the win. No shell, baby. Let's keep the streak alive. Okay, there we go. This is all the vanilla I have left. My mom actually tried to throw this out. I saw it in the trash can and I was like, no, no, no. This is a whole recipe right here. So we're using the whole thing. There we go, now we're on to the next step. So just separately, I'm gonna do the, oh my gosh. So just separately, I'm gonna, okay, I don't know what's happening. So separately, I'm gonna do the dry ingredients. So we have 2 1/4 cup of flour. I'm adding in a teaspoon of baking soda. I don't have high hopes for this recipe because I'm worried that they're gonna turn out thin and we like thick cookies. But we'll see, you never know. Now adding in 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then just adding in the dry to the wet. I'll just do it all. It said to do it with the mixer and just do it slowly, but I'm just gonna do it with my hand with a spoon because I don't like to overmix things and I worry that with the mixer I will overmix it, you know? Now I'm realizing I could have just halved the recipe because this is my first time trying it. Who knows how they'll turn out, what if I don't like them, whatever. But we just decided to go full bore today. Never seen a picture of what they look like. We don't know anything. I'm saying that as if it's not just the most basic chocolate chip cookie recipe ever. Now it calls for 2 cups of chocolate chips. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of proportion, that's the kind of ratio I like. And this doesn't even call to chill it at all, but I actually don't have time to make them right now, so I'm going to chill it just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. I'm not cheating. I'm just chilling it for a little bit, and then when I come back, I'll be able to bake them off. So it's actually been in the freezer for a couple hours, but that's okay. And it says it makes 48 cookies if I make them a tablespoon size, but I usually make them a little bit bigger than that, so we'll see how many I get. I think I'm gonna do that size. That's probably 2 tablespoons, maybe. I don't know how much they're gonna spread, so I just fit 12 on 1 baking sheet. All right, I had them in there for 12 minutes and they smell good, they look good. Now, of course, I'm topping it with some flaky salt, which the recipe doesn't call for, but this is something that you need. It looks so good. It's taste test time, and I know you see this. I know you see I already dug into this one. I'm sorry. I had to make another video and show a taste test on that, but this, let me tell you right now, I don't know if it's just because I haven't had a chocolate chip cookie in a long time, but oh my God. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. I didn't overbake them, thank goodness, because sometimes I do by accident. I did not overbake them. So look at that. It's just falling apart. See this? And then it's just falling apart. Just falling apart. And of course I'm dunking it in a cold glass of whole milk. What a treat. What a treat. Ghirardelli, you've been holding out on us with this recipe.
Hi angels, I'm going to show you guys how I make this super delicious cinnamon toast crunch banana bread recipe. You want to start off by peeling 3 ripe bananas and popping them into a bowl. Then I'm just mashing these up until they're nice and soft. To this, I'm going to be adding 3/4 cup of sugar. To this, I'm just adding 1/2 cup of melted butter, and then I'm mixing all these together. Then you want to add 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt, and then from here, I'm going ahead and adding 2 large eggs. Lastly, I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and these are all of our wet ingredients. So I'm going to be giving this a good mix, and now we're going to be adding our dry mix. I'm just going to be adding 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Again, giving this a nice mix, folding in all those dry ingredients. I'm just prepping my pan, preheating my oven to 350. I just popped my mix into a loaf pan, and now we're making the crunch topping. This is essentially a coffee cake mixed with banana bread, and it's so good. We're just doing 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of flour, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. I gave that a good mix, and me and my daughter went ahead and just topped our loaf with this mixture. I like a lot of toppings, so I added the entire thing. You're gonna bake this for 50 to 60 minutes until your toothpick comes out clean. For the icing, I just mixed together 1/2 cup of powdered sugar and 1 tablespoon of milk, a splash of vanilla, and this is how the cake turned out. So delicious and so moist. You must try.
I just made the best batch of chocolate chip cookies. Hello. Let's start with brown butter, so I'm browning 1 stick. Second stick of butter, we're cutting them into tablespoons. You know it's gonna be good when you're using 2 sticks of butter. 2 tablespoons of milk. Now we're adding in the brown butter. For the dry ingredients, I'm doing 2 cups of flour, my baking soda and salt. Give that a little whisk. Now to my butter, I'm adding in dark brown sugar and granulated sugar. I'm using the Claire Saffitz chocolate chip cookie recipe, by the way. It's my first time trying it, so fingers crossed it's good. In goes our eggs, and she says to use cold, which is a first. A teaspoon of vanilla. Whisk again. Now that my arm is on fire, we're gonna add in the flour. I had such an eventful day today. Literally, I did so much. Went to the dog park, hiking, lunch, pottery painting, now I'm making cookies. One of those days where it's like, wow, you really can do a lot in a day. It does say that the batter will be loose, and indeed it is. Switching to a spatula, scrape down the sides. Chopping up a chocolate bar, this is the one I'm using. She says to use discs, but my grocery store doesn't have that. Also, did not read the full recipe. This takes 12 hours to set in the fridge, so I'm a little disappointed. Chocolate to the batter. I'm also gonna do some regular chocolate chips, and then we fold. I put it to the side for 5 minutes and let it firm up. Now we scoop. I wrap and put them in the fridge, sadly. Finally time to bake. My cookies chilled overnight. I have a feeling these are gonna be the best cookies we've ever had because they're the most tedious cookies I've ever done. Fingers crossed they come out good. I added a little bit of flaky salt on top. That's a must. I don't think I'm gonna make any other chocolate chip cookie recipe because these are really, really good.
Hey guys, so today I'm making a banana cake with a salted caramel cream cheese frosting. Right now I have my butter and sugars mixing until it's light and fluffy, so we'll check back in. Okay, so this is what it looks like after being beat for like 8 minutes. So now I'm gonna add in 3 eggs. So my bananas, vanilla, and eggs are in the bowl mixing. And now I'm gonna add the flour, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, and milk. And I'm just gonna add it into the bowl because I don't believe in separating the dry and the wet. Okay, so this cake is gonna be literally huge. This isn't even, like, I still had 1/4 of the batter left. Like, it's insane. So this is gonna go in the oven, and I'm gonna make my caramel now. So making caramel sucks. I got burnt. It's so hot, but it's cooling in this cup. Yay! And now the banana cake is gonna come out of the oven. I'm gonna let it cool, and then I'm gonna do the cream cheese frosting. Okay, the banana cake is out of the oven, and I'm going to let it cool. I also made little mini banana muffin things with the extra batter I had, so I'm gonna let these cool too. So I just did a quick tanning session. I'm going to yoga soon, but I'm gonna make my cream cheese frosting, and it's powdered sugar, cream cheese, butter, vanilla, and then also some of the salted caramel I made previously mixed in. So we're doing that now. Cooled, it's like perfect consistency. And then the frosting's being whipped. And I'm gonna add. Okay, so it's done. I'm gonna let this cool in the fridge while I go to yoga because it's a little soft. I'm really excited about this recipe because I feel like anyone that knows I bake has sent me this exact same recipe, so I'm excited. Okay, so this is my third and final outfit change of the video. I just got back from yoga and everything's been cooled, so I'm going to now decorate this cake. We have all the components. One more. And I'll be back once this is decorated. And then maybe if I have extra stuff, the little muffins as well. Okay, so the cake is done. I'm going to let it cool and wait for Serena to get home from yoga so she can taste it, and I'll post that as well. Just want to show you another angle because you can actually see the caramel, but yay, it's perf. Okay, and then these are the mini cakes done and frosted, so yay. I'm very pleased with how these turned out, and I can't wait to get my friends' opinions. Taste test. Delish. Just a little update. I cut them into squares so my friends can come and grab them.
Didn't have.
I'm making some double chocolate cookies for my kids' after school snack. I know, sometimes I can be a fun mom. I'm using a strainer in a bowl to sift my dry ingredients. I had one fine mesh strainer left and that too has broken. So
Use a fine mesh strainer if you have one. We're gonna start by adding 1.5 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour to our bowl. To that, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla bean salt. You can find this vanilla bean salt from AM Salts. Now we're just gonna do our best to sift it with this colander. That works surprisingly well. Set this aside, we're gonna work on our wet ingredients. To a bowl, you're going to add, let's see here, 1.5 cups of white granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of light brown sugar that's unpacked, 1 cup of salted butter that is melted. We're gonna whisk the sugar and butter together. You're gonna add 2 room temperature eggs. Just a little tip, if you forget to take your eggs out, put them in a glass with really hot tap water. Within 5 minutes, you're gonna have room temperature egg. You're gonna add the eggs and you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and you're gonna whisk until combined. Add your dry ingredients. No wonder my cookies aren't chocolate. I forgot to add my cocoa powder. 1 cup of cocoa powder that you should actually really sift with the flour and the cornstarch and the salt, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. 1 cup of cocoa powder. Now you can add whatever flavored chocolate chip you would like to this. I'm doing white chocolate because that's what my kids prefer. 1 cup, fold them in. Your batter is gonna look like a really thick brownie batter. 1 tablespoon cookie scoop. Take a scoop, place it on a cooking sheet lined with parchment paper. This cookie is gonna spread, so you do not want to crowd your pan. Depending on the side of your pan, 6 to 8 cookies. The thing I like to do also is just add a few more chips right to the top of each cookie. These are going to bake in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. You want them to look underbaked. They are a chewy, brownie-like cookie. I'll be back when I get these baked off. Now I'm not baking all these cookies right now, okay, I'm not. Let me just show you what I do with a cookie that's a little bit wetter than this. It doesn't really roll very well in your hands. I just scoop them out, place them on a plate, and throw them in my freezer until they're hard enough to go in a Ziploc bag without sticking together. That way, when you want cookies, you just go in your freezer, take out however many you'd like, throw them in the oven, voila, homemade cookies in no time. When your cookies are done, take them out, let them to cool on the cooking sheet for a good 5 minutes. If you try to remove them right away, they're just gonna fall apart on you. Here is the finished result. Brownie-like, fudgy, delicious double chocolate cookies. That's all I have for you today. We'll see you tomorrow.
You need to make these. Make some brioche buns, top them with blackberries, add some brown sugar oat crumble, let them proof overnight, and it's just so delicious.
Come prep and bake with me as a bakery owner specializing in cookies and cinnamon. I start by prepping 2 batches of dough and I proof them in an unheated oven with boiling hot water for an hour, refilling the water halfway through. This enhances the moisture and softness of the dough rather than leaving them out to proof at room temperature, which can result in them being dry and dense, and we don't want that. While they were proofing, I finished prepping the last batch of cookies, and by this time I was a little behind schedule, so I had to slightly pick up the pace. When the dough is finished proofing, it should be soft, moist, and jiggly after capturing the steam from the water. This will make the dough easy to roll out, and you'll be able to taste more of the butter in the bread. Here you see me adding my signature filling, including 1 special spice that anyone rarely uses, which is what makes my rolls distinctively good and keeps my clients coming back for more, but you can only find that in my recipe book. I went through lots of trial and error for my brand's recipes, so yes, this information is not freely available. One of my biggest pet peeves is not seeing others add enough butter when it's literally what they're known for, and it plays a super large role in cinnabon. After rolling out both batches, I let it go through its final proof for 30 minutes to activate its fluffiness, and in the meantime, I start baking some of my most loved cookies that you can get on my website and have them shipped if you aren't local. By this time, my home smells lovely between the smell of the butter, the spices in the cinnabons, the bread, different flavors of cookies. This is everything a woman needs.
When I woke up today, I thought to myself, I really want to do some baking. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to make some brown butter and chocolate chip cookies. So I popped out to the shops to pick up a few ingredients that I need to make the cookies. So yeah, let's go to the shop, get everything we need, and then we can go home and we can do some baking. Got everything I need. I also got myself a meal deal and I picked up a poppy. I've never had one before. This is the raspberry one, so I thought we could try that when we get home as well. But yeah, I'm gonna head home now, eat my lunch, and then we can get on and we can do some baking. Let's do a little taste test of the poppy. I didn't even realise you could get them in Tesco meal deals now, but I'm excited to try it. Raspberry is like my favourite flavour. Like say I was gonna get like a fruity drink, I would always get a raspberry. They had a strawberry one, but I'm not really keen on strawberry, but does smell nice actually. I would never really go for like a fruity drink. When I like, as far as like fizzy drinks go, all I drink is
Coke Zero. That is about it. Sometimes a lemonade, but taste test. That's really good actually. It tastes a bit like, it's like the syrup of a slush puppy, I think. Does it? I don't actually know.
I'm just about to start baking. I printed out the recipe, so I can obviously film on my phone. I just got the recipe from, it's called romabakery.com. I just typed up brown butter chocolate chip cookies, and this is one of the first ones that came up. So we're using this one. The cookie dough's been in the fridge for about an hour now, so now I'm going to bake it. I'm just going to leave it as this many for now. I've still got all of this to do, so I'm just going to do a few batches at a time because I don't want the cookies to like merge into one. So yeah, I'm not really too sure why I'm using this tray either, but I've done it now. Anyway, I'm going to use this. I'm going to put these in. It says 9 to 12 minutes, so I'm going to put them in for 9 and then just judge and see if they're done or not. Cookies are out the oven. I left them in for about 12 minutes, so I think they're cooked. Now it says to put a little bit of salt on top, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh my god, they look so nice. I can't wait to eat one. Oh my god, look how good these look. These literally look perfect. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I can't wait to have one.